What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. And it's no secret that the WNBA referees need to be investigated immediately. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to New York. Let's get it. Let's go. Seeing you guys DMs. I've been getting all the emails, and I'm here to tell you I'm making the video. Yes, you guys hit me up again, another off season, and we have to talk about the biggest storyline of the WNBA season outside of Caitlin Clark getting hurt, outside of the Fever magical run. That is the WNBA referees, man. There has been a lot of conversations this past season in regards to the commissioner, the referees, and the injuries. Now, some new data has been revealed, and we're going to talk about this thing because they trying to say the referees and all these different set issues is not responsible for the injuries. Now, before we get into any of that data, any of that information, I want to kind of rewind you guys' minds back a little. You know, that is something I talked about last year. That is these WNBA referees, because could nobody really understand why these referees walked around like they really didn't have a care in the world. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. Now, I know y'all wondering, John, let me blow this all the way up. Let me blow this all the way up for you guys. This right here, my friends, is a breakdown. It says WNBA referees officiate professional women's basketball games and are selected through a process that starts at the high school level. We're going to skip college because the college referees, but it started at the high school level, bro. WNBA officiating is overseen by Monty McCutcheon as head of officiating and Sue Bullock as head of performance and development. So those are the two people, Monty and Sue, that's over the WNBA referees. Now, with that being said, we got to talk about their money because I'm a type of guy, I like to follow the bag. Where is the bag? Now, the salaries can range from $30,000 to $60,000 annually, depending on experience, and pay per game can ranges from $425 to $1,000 per game, bro. $1,000 per game, bro. Mind you, guys, these are professionals, referees. They only make $30,000 starting out a year, bro. I mean, 30,000, 60,000 is a good day, bro. Guys, I can't remember the last time I made $30,000 to $60,000. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Some people might say, you know, John, that's a good income, which it is, but that is not a good income to survive in America with inflation being the way that it is, dog. I just gotta be for real. Now, it goes on to say WNBA referees can earn between $30,000 to $60,000 per year, with pay varying from experience level, man. And I just got to be honest with you guys, man. That ain't a very good income. That ain't a very good income. And I feel like when they see players like Caitlin, see players like Sophie, and all of the other big name players making massive, massive money, and everybody know they hate their guts. Well, not massive money like in a W sense, but more than them. They make more than them, bro. They make more than them. They might feel a type of way. How would you feel wake up going to work every day knowing that these ladies make more than me? Well, you know what? I'm going to alter a game. Not saying that is what happens, but I'm saying it's very possible, I would say. Now, with that being said, let's shift over here to this article right here. So this is something that was released a couple weeks ago. But y'all know, you know, I'm a feed the streets because this is the off season, and John's going to get into his investigative reporting bag. You know, this is why we sit at 90,000 subscribers and over 80 million views, because videos like these. You know, when you want the best, you want to beat the best, you got to be the best, baby. And I'm going to be the best when I break down these data, because this is a bunch of BS, man. It said WNBA data. Data doesn't show link between injuries and missed calls. So this article was released at the conclusion of the season, man, the regular season. It says, as WNBA officials face renewed criticism from coaches and players pointed at the level of physicality throughout the season, league sources told ESPN that their data does not show any correlation between the rash of recent playoff injuries and missed calls by officials. WNBA referee operations reviews data throughout the season to address what league sources refer to as a legitimate criticism and pinpoint areas officials need to improve on throughout that process. The referee operation committee found that accusations that officiating errors have led to more injuries were unfounded, league sources told ESPN. Now, this is coming from league sources, man. Coming from league sources that they saying that the officiating is not leading to injuries. Well, to me, I think it is based off all of the WNBA I've seen this past season. I think a lot of their officiating is just like leading up to a bunch of stuff, bro. A bunch of stuff. Because it's getting to the point right now that the referees need to be looked upon as being alters of the game and need to be investigated on a major level, DOJ level. That's how bad the officiating is, bro. And like, I know I can't be the only one that feel like this, bro. I can't be the only one that feel like this, but I just got to keep it real. I just got to keep it real, bro. This is getting spooky. This is getting spooky for them to come out here and say this at the end of the season that they feel as if their referees is not resulting in injuries when we clearly know that it is. Then it goes on to say there has been a public outcry from some top players and coaches demanding that the league address what they feel is poor officiating. Now, that poor officiating led to Cheryl Reed snapping in a press conference, and then ultimately, we know, Nafisa Collier did her legendary call out against none other than Kathy Engelbert. Now, it goes on to say the league goes through a 3-pillar vetting process to determine its official sources. And first, there is a review by WNBA officials. Second, there is a panel of independent reviewers who look at the referees and their body of work. Third, there is a text line coaches can send feedback to after every single game. There are also mid-season and end-of-season reviews of all of the officials. So that means every official get audited, basically. They're going to audit their calls. They're going to audit them to make sure they're making the right calls. Now, this isn't me just making this up. This is what this article was saying. This is what lead sources told ESPN at the conclusion of the season, because we know this year there was major injuries on a legendary level. Now, this article goes on to say the WNBA will not punish through fines or suspension officials for a single error, but it is instead assess their body of work through the season. If there is a common string of mistakes, that will be addressed, sources has said. So basically, if you miss a call and you alter a game, y'all want to know what the W said? Oh, don't worry about it. We got to see a string of events, and then we're going to handle that behind the scenes. And y'all mean to tell me that shouldn't spark a DOJ, Department of Justice, governmental investigation? I think it should be. And I think it should be a major investigation into the W as a whole. Kathy should be investigated. Everything should be investigated based off everything we heard, seen, probably documented. I'm not the only one, bro. I'm just the messenger. But definitely, guys, speak about this, because I know y'all going to copy this story too. So definitely talk about this. This is a big one. We need to put boots on the ground, get this message out there, and try to spark somewhat of attraction into these WNBA referees. But, guys, I want to know your thoughts down below. And I promise you, man, the content's going to come. And like always, until next time, bro, shake the haters off. I'm out of here, baby. Peace out.